Hello yogis, welcome to your practice today. Today we work with our when we are sitting a lot. And just let me explain quickly where the hip flexors are. So it's called the psoas muscle. And yes, it gets very tight by sitting. It shortens it when we are in this position all the time. So it's attached right here, the inner greater trochanter, and it slides up through the pelvis and attaches all the way up through the C5. Parts of it is also attached here on the sacroiliac crest. Okay, so again, when we sit all the time, this muscle shortens. So we'll stretch that, but also strengthen it. Take 2 blocks and a blanket. Okay, get ready and meet me on the mat. Alright, so come into a child's pose, starting there. Take your big toes together, take your knees wide, and keep your sit bones grounded. Draw the sit bones back as you lean forward. Straighten your arms, and then grab the outer edges of the mat, and pull the outer edges of the mat forward. Roll the outer arms down, and press the sit bones back towards the heels. Take a few breaths here. Lengthen your breath, both the inhale and exhale. Arrive here on the mat in the present moment with love and kindness, compassion for yourself. One more breath. And then we lift the gaze. Walk the hands a little bit closer, shoulder width apart. Arms are really straight. Shift forward. Bring your knees hip width apart. Curl the toes under. Draw the outer arms back, lift the sit bones up and back, keeping your knees deeply bent. Again, you lengthen the torso. Root down into your hands to lift the top of the thigh bones up a little bit higher. Lift them up a little bit higher. Keep the length in your torso, and then maybe pedaling your heels a little bit. Release your right heel down, bend your right knee, release your left heel. One more time on each side. Bend your left knee, right leg straightens. Bend your right knee, left leg straightens. And go from side to side. And then we add on the pelvis a little bit. As you bend your right knee, release your right hip out to the side. And then release your left hip out to the side. And then straighten the right leg. Bend your left knee and take your hips over to the left. Take them over to the right. Bend both knees again. Keep the length in your torso. And it's up to you. If you can keep the length in your torso, straighten both legs. If not, keep both knees slightly bent. Keep pushing the mat away. Now take a deep inhale, lift the heels, and exhale, lower the knees down to the mat. And just warm up the spine a little bit. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Belly down, heart forward, shoulder heads back. And exhale, rounding your spine. Tuck the tailbone. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, round your spine. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, round. Inhale, come into a table position, lift up and back again, downward facing dog. From this downward facing dog, lifting the gaze and walk your feet forward with as many steps as you need. Come halfway up, lengthen here, crown of the head forward. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, slightly bend your knees, come all the way up. And exhale, back. With inhalation, take your arms towards the sky. Take your left hand onto your right wrist, lift up and lengthen. And exhale, lean over to the left side. Rotate the chest open. Inhale, come back up to standing. Take your right hand onto your left wrist, lift up and lengthen and lean over to the right. Rotate the chest a little bit, lift the gaze, and inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold, slightly bend your knees. Come halfway up, lengthen, and exhale, fold. I go to the front of the mat again. Take the blocks on either side and step the right leg back. Lift the top of the right thigh bone up and really straighten that. And then take your hands onto your left knee and lift yourself up a little bit higher. Now slightly bend your back knee and lift yourself all the way up. Lift the front hips up, roll the shoulder heads back. Keep that and re-straighten the back leg. Take your hands towards the sky. Keep reaching upward and back. If you need to, you can lower the right knee down to the mat. Take your left hand on top of your left thigh. Press down to lift up and lengthen and lean over to the left side. Bend your elbow and take your hand behind your head. Press the back of the skull into your right hand. Inhale, straighten the arm and come back up, left hand towards the ceiling. Take your left thumb into your left hip crease, take your hand down, take your hand onto the block, to the inside of your left leg. Keep the right leg really straight, the left knee is on top of your left ankle. Rotate the chest open to the left side. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Take both blocks to the side. Straighten the front leg and step your right leg forward to meet the left. Come halfway up. Exhale and fold. Take your blocks again. Step your left leg back. Straighten the left leg. Pull up your kneecaps. Come a little bit higher. Front knee is on top of your front ankle. Take your hands onto your knee, lift yourself up a little bit higher. And then from here, bend your back knee a little bit and lift the pelvis. Inhale, take your arms towards the sky and re-straighten the back leg. Keep the lift, lengthening your torso. Take your right hand on top of your right thigh and lean over to the right side. Bend your elbow, take your hand behind your skull. And very slowly straighten. Come back up, right arm back up. And then exhale, right thumb into your right hip crease, left hand to the instep of your left leg. Right leg, sorry. Rotate open, right hand towards the ceiling. And exhale, lower the right hand down. Take your blocks away, plant your hands, and this time step your right leg back. Shift forward, lower the knees if needed, lower to the heights of your elbows, and slowly down towards the mat all the way. Take your feet wide if you're a woman. If you're a man, keep them together. Pull back on the heels of the hands, lift up to a low cobra. Exhale, slowly folding down. Bring your legs together, curl the toes under, press yourself onto your knees, and all the way back into a modified child's pose here. With toes curled under, lengthening your torso. And then straighten the legs, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up the gaze. And exhale, step your feet forward in between the hands or hop. Come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slightly bend your knees, rise up with a straight spine, and exhale back to the heart. This next pose is done better on the wall. So if you have a wall, hold your hand onto the wall. All right, I'm turning to the side, okay? I bend my right knee, take both hands on top of the right shin. Standing leg is really straight. And then take your hand, your left hand in this case, to the wall. Bend your left knee and meet the right knee next to the left. Inhale, come up and straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend your left knee, go down. Inhale, straighten the left leg. One more time, bend your knee and go down. And inhale, straighten the left leg. And this time, keep holding on to that leg and just bend your knee without leaning forward. And straighten it again. One more time, bend your knee. And inhale, straighten. And then release that leg down. Shake out a little bit. And we turn ourselves around. I have my right hand towards the wall. The right leg is my standing leg. I bend my left knee and interlace both hands on top of the left shin. And really push down into the right foot to lengthen, lifting up. And then from here, I take my right hand onto the wall, bend the right knee, and come into a forward fold here. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bend both knees. Knees meet. Inhale, straighten the standing leg. One more time, bend your knee, go forward, and inhale, straighten. From here, I just bend the right knee. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale and bend. Inhale, lift. And very slowly release and shake out. Relax. All right, inhale, take your hands towards the sky. Exhale, folding forward. You can grab your blocks again. No matter what, have them nearby. Step your right leg back. Lower the right knee down to the mat. Take both hands to the instep of your left leg. Heel toe your left foot a little bit over to the left. Lift the toes up and turn your toes over to the left side. Option 1, you stay right here. Option 2, take a block and take your elbows onto the block. Option 3, lower your elbows down to the mat. You can also lift the right leg if you like. Keep the top of the right thigh bone lifted no matter what. Take 3 more breaths. You can hold this longer if you like. And then lower the right knee back down to the mat. Straighten both arms. And then pull forward with the knee, bend your back knee, reach back with the other hand and grab your foot. Push your foot into your hand, away from the sit bone. And then slowly release. Take your hand down, straighten the back leg, step your left leg back, come into a downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, around your spine. Shift forward, lift the gaze, and step your foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee down to the mat. Both hands to the instep. Take your right foot slightly out to the right side. Stay here or lower your elbows down to the mat. Curl the toes under on your left leg if you like, and straighten the left leg. Keep breathing. And then lower the left knee back down to the mat. Straighten your arms. Pull your left knee forward, reach back, grab your foot. Push your foot into your hand, open up. And release. Take both hands down, straighten the back leg. Step your right leg back, come into downward facing dog. Inhale, take your left leg towards the sky. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Shift forward around your spine. Lift the gaze and step your foot through. And step your right leg forward to meet the left. Come halfway up, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, slightly bend your knees, come all the way up. And exhale, back to the heart. We make our way down to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms. Exhale, folding forward. Step your feet back. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Lower to chaturanga. Lower all the way down to the mat. And then move back a little bit here. Take your elbows underneath your shoulders. Hands straight forward. Lift the kneecaps. Hold your hands back and draw the heart through the gate of the arms. Stay here or take your hands a little bit out to the side and straighten your arms. Keep your breath flowing. And exhale, bend your elbows, lower back down. Take your hands in front of you, forehead onto your hands, sway your hips from side to side. Then from here, slide your hands back, curl the toes under, up and back, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, lower the knees down, take your feet out to the side and sit back. Have a block by your side. Go all the way down. From side to side, roll the outer shoulders down, maybe grabbing the outer edges of the mat. Lift the pelvis up, then press down into your feet, lift the heart towards the chin slightly away from the chest. Take 5 breaths here. Inner thigh move down, inner groin soft. And very slowly roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Take the soles of your feet together, rock from side to side. And then bring your knees back up. And we grab the block, lift the pelvis, and take the block underneath the sacrum. You can take it higher if you like, on middle thighs. We straighten the legs forward. And then bend the right knee in. Grab the right knee. Flex the toes on your left leg. This is best when you hold this pose, each side, about 3 to 4 minutes. So you can pause the video and hold it and switch it back on. And then release the leg after 3 to 4 minutes. Straighten that leg. And then bend your left knee in. Hold on to your left leg. Reach forward with the right heel. Again, hold it to your length, same length than the other side, and then straighten the leg forward again. Pause here for a moment. And then bend your knee. Press down into your feet, lift the pelvis, take your block away, lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your knees into the chest, hug your knees in, gently massage your lower back. And then release your legs and come into a Shavasana, resting for a minute. I recommend taking that blanket underneath your knees. Take your hands by your side, palms facing up. Take your blocks to the side. Surrender your physical body. Let go. Drop all your thoughts to the back of the skull. Staying present. The breath is slow and calm and peaceful. If you would like to stay here for 5 to 10 minutes, also pause the video and then switch it back on. When you are ready to come out of the Shavasana, start wiggling your toes first, your fingers, and then reach your arms overhead. Stretch yourself, flex the toes. Reach your right heel and right hand a little bit away from each other. And then do the opposite, left heel and left hand away from each other. And one more time on each side. And then bend your knees. Lift your hips over to either side and take your knees to the right or left. Roll over to the right, in my case. Rest for a moment. And then press yourself up. Let the head be the last thing to rise up. Sit up very tall, bring your hands to the heart. Bow your head and honor your practice. Honor your body, honor your mind, and your heart, your soul, your love, your light. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope this really helps. I hear a lot of people complaining about their hip flexors, so this practice should help. Please subscribe to my channel and click the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.